Did you know that Jackie Kennedy dress and a lot of those dresses were made by Ann Lowe? You got a black woman. She was a black designer, and she didn't get her credit. She's had all the politician wives, all the black celebrities. She made clothes for, and even the what's that Playboy bunny? That little bitty little outfit that they wear for the Playboy bunny. She even sold for that. Let's get it. Ann Lowe.
Worn by a young bride named Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy. It was created by a black designer who never got the credit that she deserved.
And while other designers became synonymous with Jackie Kennedy's look, she did not. In our celebration of Black History Month, WBZ's Paula Evan shares the story of Ann Lowe.
A crowd of 3,000 fought for a glimpse of the glamorous newlyweds.
Newport, September 1953. The centerpiece of the wedding of Jacqueline Bouvier and Senator John F. Kennedy was a dreamy dress fit for an American princess, a classic Ann Lowe.
Ann Lowe was really a part of Jacqueline's life before she got married, before she started making her own fashion choices.
Elizabeth Way, the author of Black Designers in American Fashion, says Lowe was well known in fashion circles in New York for her exquisite work. She was chosen to design the intricate gown for Jackie and her bridesmaids, but the wedding day was almost a disaster.
Well, it was a huge ordeal even making the dresses. A water pipe burst and ruined the dresses about 10 days before the wedding, so they all had to be remade.
At her own expense. A frantic week, then punctuated by a painful moment at Hammersmith Farm.
She tried to come in the front door and she was stopped. Because she was African American, she was told to use the service entrance, but she said, if you want these dresses, then this is the door I'm coming in.
She was a real haute couturier.
Writer Judith Thurman says she was astounded to hear about Ann Lowe only 2 years ago.
I've covered fashion for the New Yorker for 20 years. And I first heard of Ann Lowe in 2020. And she said, have you ever heard of Ann Lowe? I said, no, who's that? And she said, she's the couturier who designed Jackie Kennedy's wedding dress. I said, oh, well, that's interesting. And she was a black woman. She said, I said, what?
Thurman wrote about Lowe's nickname, society's best kept secret.
She was the best kept secret because she was a bargain. She didn't stand up to them. She didn't dare ask for what her work was actually worth. It's the work of Black fashion curators and historians that have brought her back to the public eye.
By today's standards, she would be a household name like Vera Wang.
Well, absolutely. I do think that, the fact that she was Black, the fact that she was not kind of connected to a design house, I think these all played into factors in kind of keeping her name under wraps.
And Elizabeth Way is curating an exhibition of the work of Ann Lowe at the Winterthur Museum in Delaware next year. A recreation of Jackie's Ann Lowe dress will be part of the display. And David and Lisa, interesting story. She became ill and had medical issues and bills mounted. She owed a massive amount of money to the IRS. An anonymous donor paid off that debt. And Ann Lowe always told people she believed it was Jackie Kennedy who paid the debt. Wow, she was clearly extraordinary.
Shout out to Ann Lowe, the black designer of Jackie Kennedy wedding dress. The best kept secret. This is your Black History Spotlight.
Hit that like button, share and subscribe. Remember, eagles flies with eagles. All right now? Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is Arthur Omer. And remember, eagles fly with eagles.
That tisha, that she running somebody else's trip and ain't paid not one dime. Now Mel sits here looking pissed off. She wanted to have a nice time, but she learned that destiny is Tisha plus one, and Tisha laughing about it. Mel is taking this serious. So y'all, I kind of got triggered off of that little trailer where Tisha was so low down to, she went and invited Destiny to this girl's trip, to Melody's trip. But what got me, what triggered me was when I remembered this Houston trip. That Houston trip, right shortly after that, Kiki passed on. But it was so bad. When Kiki showed up, she kept saying she want to apologize in person. She showed up in Houston, and guess who had a fit? That someone would have a nerve to invite her cousin there because she did not want her there. Because she said that past drama that she and her cousin had, she can't forgive her, but yet she turned around and do Melody the same way. She brings Destiny, the home wrecking Destiny. Yeah, you know Destiny. She brings her on a trip. She could have told Melody, hey, look, Melody, do you mind if I bring Destiny on this trip? But my problem is, this took me way back, maybe a little over a month ago, how she treated Kiki when Kiki came to Houston. I hope you remember this. But Uncle Dawson had got on the internet to tell your butt to stay away from the funeral because you was so evil to your own cousin. It was so bad that they voted this girl out the house. So I wish Melody would do you the same way. I wish Melody would tell you to get the step. Just Uncle Dawson.
And the same energy that you showed towards her when she was alive, you don't love her. You never loved her. So don't even post that. Because if you loved her, it is no way possible that you can make up lies about her and her family and tell information about her life that should be private to a family that you fed to these bloggers so they can ridicule her, cause her to have haters, cause people to disrespect her. That's what you did. And you pushed her. You pushed her to this. And so we blame you. Absolutely. We blame you. She would be here if it wasn't for that stupid ass show. So, like I said, your sorry ass daughter, and big ass son in law yours, and all you sorry motherfuckers that's part of that show, please, I'm asking you, from a place of love, I'm asking you to allow us to leave Kiki in peace without your presence.
Ooh, that is. So Kiki walks to the door and she is so happy. Oh Lord. So y'all remember this trip. Take a look at this trip. And guess what all of them did? They turned their backs on that girl. Because they felt like she shouldn't have been invited. Now here we go again with Tisha, with Tisha being evil and vindictive behind Melody back. She knew why she brought Destiny there because she did not want Destiny to have a good trip. Well, they voted this girl out the house. This girl traveled. They voted her out the house, and everything was centered around you, Tisha. You treated your cousin like that. So now you're gonna bring a Destiny to her girl's trip, and she did not even invite Destiny, and you know the drama that went down between them. And then you also know that Melody does not mess with Destiny, but you and Kimmy did it on purpose. She says, oh Lord, because she's happy. I come to apologize in person to all of you. She looked at Kimmy. Oh, wow. Kimmy was so mean to her. And she apologized to her. And instead of Kimmy accepting the apology, she said it with a nasty tone that was over too much. And she tried to say, well, I just didn't know how to. Yeah, you too, Kimmy. You did not want her on that trip, neither. So why would y'all plot to get together and plot on Melody to bring ambush Melody with Destiny? go about doing this, she said. Well, anyway, you guys, I don't know what, anyway, you guys, so, she was discriminated against in that house. She really was discriminated against in that house, y'all, from our own people. Clear people is looked upon with a problem. Their problem is that they need to go get treatment, medical treatment. But us, our own people, looked upon this girl with disdain. She was discriminated allegedly from the cast. She was discriminated from production. Y'all saw how they portrayed this girl. They didn't do this girl right, and Uncle is right. She was discriminated against. She came there to apologize, and they rejected her. And Miss Neal did that low down, dirty job, told her she had to go. So this is Kiki. Love and Marriage Huntsville star Kiki Jabbar family allegedly doesn't want cast and crew at funeral. This is Black Visitor. Now y'all know why. He brings up that Houston trip because y'all know Tisha did not want her on that Houston trip. And she got the nerve to think it was okay to bring Destiny on Melody's girl trip. When, as a matter of fact, it was so bad, they treated that girl so bad because of Tisha on that trip, did not want her on that trip till they voted to kick her out the house so bad till later on she passed shortly after that. And that's why the uncle said, I don't want y'all to come to the funeral. He named them too because of how they treated this girl. You got a lot of nerve, Keisha. And then when she still bring it up, you gonna laugh and say, Nell, that's because she's part of this circle. She's not part of Mel's circle. That's your circle. She's part of your circle. Kiki Jabbar uncle doesn't want a Love and Marriage Huntsville present at the funeral. I'm saying it publicly so it can get to Wanda. It can get to her daughter, this same girl that's inflicted the same thing on Melody, trying to tell Melody that she brought Destiny to that girl's trip. Now, it can get to her daughter, I'm saying it. It can get to her sorry son-in-law. It can get to all those people on that show. The way that y'all treated her in life, y'all got her down there to Texas to that trip. That's what tickled me. She's sitting up there on that girl's trip, done balled Destiny on there, and she knew how she felt in Texas when her own cousin came. Her bloodline cousin came there to apologize to her and to reach out to her, and what did she do? She made them kick her out the house. And y'all alienated her. And my folks had to spend hours and hours and hours on the phone trying to reassure her to help build her confidence up. If I was Melody, I would do you the same way. Y'all, you take Destiny and you go. That's what Melody should do. Put that girl, her and Kimmy, off the girl's trip after finding out that they plotted behind her back to ambush her with Destiny. You alienated her, and my folks had to spend hours and hours and hours on the phone trying to reassure her to help build her confidence. A man claiming to be her uncle said in an Instagram on Jasmine Brand. He continued, our entire life for months has been circled around her mental stability, and you guys did everything possible to push her over the edge. They did. You didn't even want her on the show. This was the same thing you did when Melody brought her on the show. You was terribly upset. You wanted her kicked out that show so bad because you did not want her there. But you got the nerve to look over Melody's feelings and act like you don't understand where Melody coming from with Destiny. In specific references to her funeral, the man directly requested that the cast not attend, saying, we don't want any problems. We peaceful people,
And we don't want no problems. We don't want no issue. We ask that you do not attend no service for my niece. Keep her name out your mouth. Stop going to those bloggers, feeding them information about what's going on. So that's what I know. Because you know the drama that goes on between Melody and Destiny. You know, it's all over the internet. It's everywhere, right? Because you don't know what's going on. You have no right. She would be here if it wasn't for your stupid show. That's right. And guess who had a hand in that? Tisha. So, yes, they treated her pretty bad. And when you have someone that's trying to get off of drugs, it's hard because people don't understand. It's an addiction that you're taking over your body. I like, because I have grandkids. I know because I have grandkids that are on drugs. And you have to try and be patient and go to the AA meeting to understand the addiction. Nobody stopped to understand this girl. Like I said, Tisha, you low down. You low down for bringing you and Kimmy so low down. I don't know why Melody don't tell y'all to take y'all butt back. As a matter of fact, I think their husbands is there. Tell them to go somewhere with their husband, Melody.
Taking this from the Gospel Girls. Now they on the girls trip, and Tisha, and Tisha gonna get upset, you guys, like I say, and Kimmy, because honey is on that trip, and it's not their trip. This is the Gospel Girl, you guys. This is the Gospel Girl.
Hey, how you doing, Kenny? Good. Look at her eyes.
Just a Gossip Girl. Now look at her. This is what I have a problem with. She's upset because she invited somebody else, which is Destiny, on Melody's trip. On Melody's dime. She had the nerve to even ask Melody. She didn't even want to share the room with her plus one. Well, if you don't want to share the room, that means that you have to pay for everything, because Melody just paid for the trip for the people that she invited. But this just goes to show you that in Houston, she was so upset because her cousin was there till they voted her out. She was just so upset. She was told up. She did not want Kiki on that trip. So she got the nerve to turn around now and do this to Melody. Bring her enemy to the trip. And look at her face.
Oh, look at this bitch. Exactly.
This the Gospel Girl.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm doing great. How you doing, Tisha? Sorry, how you doing? Oh my goodness. I didn't know Sonny was coming. This chick.
You just too basic. That's why. Because you and Tisha had no business inviting Destiny on this woman's trip.
Changes everything. What could have changed? Because first of all, Dusty was coming in. Exactly. And that's my thing right there. This is my fucking thing right here.
I'm moving on up. This is the Gossip Girls. Okay, let's just see if I can see what's going on right here, you guys.
Absolutely. I gotta go get my bag. You're right. I'm quite surprised to see Sonny here. Y'all wasn't gonna talk.
Why you surprised to see Sonny? That's not your trip. Mel can invite who she want to invite on. So Dr. Chanita is calling them out. Why would you bring this girl on this trip knowing the type of history that they got? What's wrong with y'all? Melody, these are not your friends. Yes, go. This is still coming from the Gospel Girl, y'all. Coming from the Gospel Girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me send this to y'all. Okay. Y'all ready? Yeah, Paula, I thought Kiki was on this trip. Where's Show Styles and Spirit at? Not Show Styles and Spirit. What's her reality TV? Where the hell she at?
I know I ain't seen nothing from
her since Kyle came on her channel.
You ain't lying. I think that's literally the last time I seen her. That's crazy. That's literally the last time. Child, but y'all ready for this? Is y'all ready? Let's go. Let me see if I can make it big. Oh, there we go.
Ready.
We ready.
We ready.
We ready.
She's supposed to be. I don't like talking about someone that's been.
No disrespect, but if it's so much history between her and Mel, why would you invite somebody who she got history?
Mel told I can bring the plus one. I know that was gonna be the plus one.
For me, I would still just be cautionary of a person that's like
she's a part of this circle.
She's a part of your circle.
Ma'am. No, let's go back to old. Quit.
She's a part of your circle. She's not a part of Melody's circle. You already know that. Every last one of y'all know that girl is not part of Melody's circle. Y'all already know what's going on between Destiny and Melody. But y'all just want to start some mess. Melody trying to reach out to you guys to start a friendship, renew a friendship. And this is how you and Kimmy pay her. Melody, they are not your friends. I wouldn't try no more, Melody. Quit trying to be friends with these evil people. They evil. Just evil.
Yes.
Well, you need some 7th Avenue.
Zooming in on.
Oh, right there.
Like she don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, Kimmy and all of them are sitting around talking about how Sonny has bought a house in Huntsville, yeah. But guess what? The girl was into real estate hustle, USA, real estate star, TV, girl boss, businesswoman, travel, food, bright, Sonny Miss, and most Son. So let's just see what Sonny is up to. So she just not buying property. She buying property, investing in property all over the United States. Look like for you guys. Oh, yeah, Sonny. This doing when it strode up. I'm trying to get this on you guys.
It's your girl, Sonny Minks, and you know what I say. We like to catch flights over here, not feelings. So while you at home looking at the ceiling, I'm out here handling business. Yeah, and I'm with my girl, Mika. We outside, and yeah, it's palm trees where we are. So, you know, we're living it up. But don't get into it, so we came to handle some business. So, yes, you know what we do. I do real estate. So I'm checking some things out, making some things happen, you know, how I do. And yeah, so that was property number 1. And so here we go. Property number 2, checking out some real estate, you know, making plays. Oh, and you know, I got to go have some food on top of that. So yeah, see y'all in a minute.
All righty, Miss Sonny. Let's see what else Sonny got in store. Yeah, Sonny.
You know what she said to
me? Beautiful. I really enjoy your sit-down interview with Queen Sheila, darling. And I said what I said, man. Keep standing on business, so that's what she's doing. Tell me what is Destiny bringing to the table? Nothing.
Vacate out of this world. If I have to go to Ireland, stays on Ireland. Oh my goodness. I didn't know Sonny was coming. This changes everything. That was like a ball draw.
That's
Destiny is coming. Boom. Is she playing games? Don't come for me. No. Because I bite back. Oops. Love and Marriage Huntsville. New episodes return Saturday, August.
This is the movie on Tubi that Sonny produced.
I'm really excited about the project, the story.
Anyhow, yeah, she has a project, a story on TV, y'all.
So this is Dee's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Here you go, D Silver YouTube. These pygmies are talking team Destiny, who they barely know, but they all had a problem supporting Melody, who they were friends with for years. It's the hypocrisy for me. That's right, D Silver. They serve each other for sure. She was hanging out with Martell's side piece with Melody, and Martell children posting pictures talking about coleslaw. Which is worse? Girl, back. Go get a life and move on. Moses chose his wife. Karma goes both ways. Yeah. So the Black Bumblebee said this storyline is awful because Destiny probably could care less about Moses as she did with Lil Berry. Destiny will come up any kind of way she can. And these long distance sex relationships she don't care about. She dated both of them. She dated both at the same time and played both of them for a while. CK trying his best to get another storyline to wash Melody out. It's not working, boo. He needs people who are actually genuine, I guess, into business. Tisha, and these last two people, three people, Destiny, but none of them bringing about business sense, y'all. So none of them are entrepreneur. Y'all, do y'all remember on that show where they were sitting at the table for the event tasting? She said that they had just built a little mom and pop shop. Why wasn't they in their own on their own shop showing us this? Instead, they go somewhere else to somebody else's shop that's all restaurant that's already completed and sit there and talk about how they got a mom and pop shop rather than showing us that they had completed the building. And I don't get these people. This is the same thing. Ain't it the same thing Marcel and Tisha do with the construction site? Go pose on other people's construction site and claim it that they are building. Now they doing the same thing, posing at other people's restaurants, saying that they done built the restaurant. Kimmy and her man. These people so fake.